You're an asshole. Sorry, it's been a long day. Today I'll be doing something that I haven't done in a long time, and that's look at assholes. Let me be more specific. I'm going on to the subreddit AmitheA to see if people are assholes. Or not assholes. I'm saying asshole a lot. I'm going to get demonetized. If you're wondering what the subreddit's about, it's where someone gives you something they've done and asks, was it my fault? Am I the asshole? And you go, yeah, you shot that baby in the face. I don't care what you thought it called you. You can't do that. That's illegal and wrong. And you also might have schizophrenia because babies can't talk. Unless you count baby talkers talk, then I guess they talk. But personally, me, an intellectual, no, I don't. But instead of millions of people telling you if you're an asshole or not, I'm going to be the judge, jury, and executioner. Have you asked for that? No, but it's public, so I can. Starting off with a real hard one, going off the title, am I the asshole for eating 4 meals a day? Yes, you fat pig, of course. Sorry, it's been a long day. You're not a fat pig, okay? You're not a fat pig. You're just... I hope growing. For a few years at this point, 15 female, I regret calling you a fat pig, 15-year-old person. That was wrong. That was wrong, okay? I'm 24 years old, okay? I nearly have a decade on you. I shouldn't have called you a fat pig. If you were over the age of 18, I wouldn't have regretted it. I've had the eating schedule of grab maybe a price of bread. Price of bread. Classic 15-year-old, doesn't even know how to spell peace. Awesome fruit in the morning. Eat my lunch, either plain pasta or a turkey Reuben. About an hour before official lunchtime. Have a large snack after school and have dinner at about 9 or 10. 9 or 10? You know, I expect like 20-something-year-old streamers to be eating at 9 or 10, not a child. But anyway, think of the indigestion. Although you probably don't because you are 15. You know, what a time to be alive. You can eat whatever and whenever you want. I think personally, although a bit odd for most people, that if I stay consistent like I do, this is a healthy eating habit. I've heard of worse. I mean, pasta for lunch, you know, you have a piece of bread or a fruit. Not a fruit. A piece of fruit. And then you have a bit of a snack afterwards and then dinner. I mean, that's fairly balanced, you know, maybe a few too many carbs, but, you know, who am I to say? However, my parents claim that I ate far too much food and I should have more breakfast and not have a snack when I get home from school. I've tried this in the past, but I end up still being hungry when I get home at the end of the day. So is every child that's ever gone to school ever. I got home every day and was like, I'm going to eat a snack because I'm hungry. Do they forget what being a teenager's like? Okay? It's a constant struggle. It's a constant struggle to stay full. I also think that because I've maintained a healthy weight, almost borderline underweight for many years, it can't be that unhealthy. On top of that, I'm in multiple different sports, so even if I eat a bit much, I think it could be justified. Yeah, this is nuts. These parents need to be lined up against the wall and shot. Okay, that's maybe too much. I'm already going to say you're not the asshole child because guess what? You know, you're not even eating that crazy. Let's be honest. You're not eating that crazy. And you're also doing multiple sports? Bitch, I'd be hungry too. I didn't say bitch because you're a female. It was the word that came out of my mouth. I've never had any concerns about my weight and I don't avoid many foods other than soggy bread and a few ingredients I think taste bad. Soggy bread? Probably most humans that have ever existed go, I don't want to eat soggy bread. Regular bread? Sure. Soggy? No. I don't want my bread to be wet. My bread should not be wet unless I'm dipping it in some type of sauce. Okay? It's got to maintain structural integrity. Only certain breads can be dipped in sauce. Sliced bread? No. It's got to be like some type of bread roll or something. We're getting off topic. But still my parents say I ate far too much. I ate way more than either of them do. Yeah, because you're fully grown adults. And you've got to watch your weight. Every time you eat a cupcake, it goes to your ass. So I've come to ask, is eating 4 meals a day bad for my health? And having too much food compared to everyone else in the house? Edit, a large snack usually means leftovers or some frozen vegetables if we have any. Like they're gonna eat these fucking leftovers that are in the fridge. Come on. Put it down, give it a rest. You're literally growing. You're becoming, hopefully not the arsehole adults that your parents are. You're gonna eat more. Not the arsehole, that's my take. Your parents should leave the earth. Am I the arsehole for kicking my house guest out 11 hours before their flight is scheduled to leave? My friend and his wife have made plans to visit us this summer for the weekend to stay. The flight is 2 hours, so not really a long journey for them. We have our home professionally cleaned regularly and go all in to be good hosts to our guests. However, with any good thing, some people try to take advantage. I usually will take an extra day from work after guests leave to get rest or even tidy up the house a bit. Just a peaceful time for me to return to the normalcy of our household after being in host mode. Before my friends booked his flight, my husband let it slip that I will not be working the Monday after my friends stay with us. Next thing I know, my friends tell me that they will be flying out the red eye on Monday. I took off to rest. This means they'll arrive early Friday morning and leave late Monday night. To that, I responded that I'll be taking them to the airport as early as 8 AM Monday morning, so I can have my day of rest like I planned. They booked the red eye for the Monday. 8 AM is not the red eye. Have you people ever caught a red eye before? Amateurs. Well, if you're getting them there at 8 AM, then their flight's probably what, at least 9 AM, right? 9 AM. That's basically mid-morning. Red eye. Red eye. A red eye. That's a red eye flight? Good grief. Some people have it so good. Oh, I have to get up at 7:30 in the morning to catch my flight. Grow up. More like a well-rested flight. Am I right? Come on, that was good. My friend tells me that he doesn't understand why they can't just hang out at our place and have us show them around town more on the Monday since they have a late flight. These people know what the concept of a red-eye flight is, okay? A red-eye flight is one that you get up early in the morning for and you leave at like 5 AM, 6 AM. Do they think a red-eye flight is leaving at 9 PM at night? Have they lost their mind? Are they insane? These people are misguided, or they've lied. I don't know which one's worse. Red-eye flight. Oh, I've got to catch a flight at 9 PM. No, that's a late night flight. These people obviously have never been on a plane before in their lives. Learn the travel lingo before you start using it, alright? That's what I'll say. Are the asshole. Not you, the guys, the people that are visiting you. I hate them. Not even because they're staying longer than they should, but because they've misused words that I know well. And maybe I don't know them well. Maybe someone in the comments is going to tell me that I'm wrong, but I know I'm right. And even if you tell me I'm wrong, I'm not going to listen, because I'm stubborn. And I've already accepted that I'm right, so you can't change my mind. Never. I've explained to them that the day off is for me to rest, not to continue to be their host. I told them that they are more than welcome to leave their luggage here if they want to go and explore on their own, but we will not be hosting them or playing tour guide after Monday morning. He goes on to admit that it was cheaper for him to book the later flight on Monday, and that it's not a big deal for him and his wife to just hang out at my place all day until it's time for them to fly out. Keep in mind that I will have to take them to the airport or pay for rideshare because he refuses to pay. I also have to feed them. Yeah, I mean, like, you know, I can see both sides, but at the same time, if someone's like, oh, this is my day, blah, 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 you just go, alright, that's fine, we'll figure something out. Like, you even give them an option of, like, you can leave your luggage here and, you know, come back and pick it up and then I can take you to the airport. That seems pretty easy, but no. These people don't even know the concept of a red eye. So they mustn't understand the concept of leaving luggage and going for a walk. Am I still on the red eye thing? Yeah, I am. It's pissed me off. Am I as surprised as you that it's pissed me off? I would say yes, but going off my past experiences of little things pissing me off, no. So you're not the arsehole. That's two not the arseholes. Either of you wouldn't be the arsehole in this case, except he's been constantly on like, why can't we just hang out at your house all day? You know, otherwise I'd be like, it's a mutual, who cares? But I'll give him the arsehole status. Am I the arsehole for cancelling on my friend after she wouldn't pay for our lunch? I'm gonna say yes, because that title, I mean, it sounds like you're like, oh, you're not going to pay for me? Well, I'm not coming. But I've been known to jump the gun, and I want to do better on that, so I'm going to read first. I'm going to read the context, alright? How's that sound? You happy with that? You better be, because it's a lot for me to read. 16 female, my friend 17 female. Ugh, what is with all these teenagers? Yap. Oh, I've got a problem. I'm going to go to Reddit for it. Just keep it to yourself, like every other normal teenager back when I was a teenager, which wasn't really that long ago, but long enough for me to act like an old man. Let's call her D. Alright, your story. Have been friends for about 3 years. We're very close and hang out outside of school very frequently. We agreed to meet each other for a couple hours to study our AP test. For context, every month my parents give me $100 to $200 on a credit card so I can budget out what I'm going to spend for the month. What happened to doing chores? Here I go again. Boomer Daniel. But what happened to chores? Here's $200. Which for a month isn't really that much, but spare me. Dee's been asking me almost every single day if I can get her coffee before school, as I go very frequently. I'm going to be honest, it does bother me that she asks all the time, considering she has a bigger amount of money than me and she could easily go get one herself before school, and she never offers to pay me back. D, I'm going to be honest with you, lass. Slack. Am I the best at paying people back? No. Am I the worst? No. I'm in the middle, but I usually do eventually. Maybe not on time all the time, but sometimes I'm on time. And the other times, I'm slightly late. Or early. Although I don't think there's an early time to pay people back, unless it's the bank. So knowing this, I asked her if she could pay for the food at our hangout since I got her about 5 coffees this month without being paid back. She agreed at first, and then she said she couldn't anymore because she needs to buy a different friend a birthday present. I told her that my monthly allowance had run out and that I couldn't go anymore. She seemed annoyed, but I didn't want to ask if she was upset or bring up that I was upset. I feel like it's very selfish that she asks me for a coffee almost every day but then won't pay for our most likely $20 meal. Like 5 coffees would add up to about a $20 meal. Probably even more, depending on, you know, what type of coffee you're getting. So I see where you're coming from. Update, she reluctantly agreed to pay after I told her I couldn't go if she wasn't paying and to answer some questions. The coffees are about $7 each, and I do get myself one too when I get her one. And to be clear, she has had my back in the past and paid for big expensive meals once or twice when I really had no money. She has been asking for coffees for a very long, but about a month or so. Oh, you're gonna make me use my brain and like think, you know, not in just black and white but grey? If someone's paid for something and they ask to get paid back, then you should do it. So in that sense, yes, she should have paid you back. She did end up doing the $20 reluctantly, the $20, I can't speak today, $20 meal, you know what I'm saying. So that's good, but at the same time, it was very like, not the arsehole, but I wouldn't say she's entirely the arsehole either. I'd say she's on the verge, on the precipice. Okay, she did end up paying for the meal, even though it was very reluctantly. But I'd say this is a draw. You have drawn. You have drew. No, drawn was right. I was right the first time. Mom, Pa won't give me no more money anymore this month, so I'm out of spending money. What am I talking about? What am I going on about? Time to give myself a spell, I think, and end the video here. Are you an asshole? Let me know. Like and subscribe. I'll see you later. And if you didn't agree with things I said today, that's your fault. Everything I said was right. All correct. No notes from me to myself. I'm the editor. I'm the recorder. I'm the guy on the camera. If I gave myself notes, that'd be in private, behind closed doors. I wouldn't do it on camera. What am I talking about again? Who knows? Let's end it.
I love Shifty Drongo. Shifty Drongo.